What's going on, everyone? Gormy here. Today we are going to be talking about the top 10 saves for FM23, in my opinion, that you guys will have an absolute blast with. They have good training facilities, some pretty solid youngsters as well. Some are some historic clubs, and some are clubs on the rise that you guys should definitely give a chance. So, if you guys happen to enjoy today's video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And subscribing is 100% free, so why not hit that sub button? Without further ado, let's get into the first club. Coming in at number 10 is Viking FK. So we're off to Stavanger in Norway, where Viking FK plays at a 16,000-seater stadium. You will have between £400,000 and most likely £750,000 to spend within your first transfer window with them in FM23. That's just kind of an estimate depending on how much more money they spend in reality, because in Norway the season runs differently. They start earlier on in the year, play through the summer, and then they end early winter. So definitely a different schedule to get used to, but Norway is a phenomenal place to manage. Viking FK is definitely a team that you need to give a go. They have some young players here like Harold Tongen that you can build around attacking wise. They have your goalkeeper for the entire save if you're able to hold on to him, and Patrick Sigurdur Gunnarsson from Iceland. And they have a big, young 18-year-old striker by the name of Daniel Carlsbach, who is 6'4" and prime to be a talisman for this club. They have good training facilities and good youth facilities, which is always nice to have, but only adequate academic coaching and average youth recruitment. So there is a little area right there that you can help improve this club, really take them to that next step, and make sure that Viking FK becomes the next big team within Norway. Viking have also won 8 Norwegian Premier Division trophies, which is the Elite Serien, the most recent coming in 1991, and they have won the Norwegian Cup 6 times, the most recent coming in 2019. So they are a club with some rich history. It is up to you to make sure that they become the next big club within Norway. But now that we've gone over Viking, let's get on to the next club. Club number 9, Hamburg SV. We're now off to the second tier in Germany in the Bundesliga 2 with Hamburg SV, a very historical club within Germany, who is one of the longest running clubs that had never been relegated from the Bundesliga until a couple seasons ago. And this previous season, they almost went back up but lost out through the relegation playoffs with, I forget which club it was that was able to stay up, but it is the reason why Hamburg SV are now down once again still in Bundesliga 2. They have won a Champions League before in 1983. They have also won the Bundesliga on 6 occasions, the most recent in 1983, and the DFB Pokal on 3 occasions, most recent in 1987. So some old history, but a very, very historic club still. You will start off with between £2 million and £4 million in FM23 to really bolster your club, and they have brought in some pretty decent youngsters, one in particular that I would like to highlight right now. And that player is Ransford Yeboah Königsdorfer. I absolutely love this kid. He is the holy trinity in dribbling with 15 dribbling, 15 finishing, and 15 first touch. That is the holy trinity right there. The only thing that I wish he had a little bit more of was some pace, but hey, he can definitely grow into that. As he is just 19 years of age, this kid is going to be absolutely phenomenal. Now, he was German, but now you can clearly see up here, he is now Ghanaian. So, this kid is going to be a focal point for your club. He will, without a doubt, be getting caps with the Ghanaian national team, so definitely keep an eye on that, both in reality and within your say, because that'll help him develop. But this is a kid that you can really help, that can really help you build here at Hamburg SV. Another kid that is pretty solid, a young German central defender in Jonas David. He's 21 years old, 6'3", really good for corner set pieces. This is another kid that can really help you build for the future here with Hamburg SV. Now with Hamburg SV, they have excellent training facilities, great youth facilities, But once again, adequate academy coaching and adequate recruitment. So that is an area that you can definitely improve on with this club. But overall, this club is an absolute gem to manage. Coming in at number 8, Ajax. We're now off to Holland and Amsterdam. Absolutely love this city. Would love to visit one day. AFC Ajax, one of the most historical clubs in football history, are going through a major rebuild right now. And why not take them over and shape your own history with this historic club? You're going to have some pretty solid players still to work with. But, I mean, the likes of Hayer and Gravenberch, Tagliafico, all those really solid players have moved on, and you're really going to have to forge a new identity with this team. You're still going to have players like on your screen right now, Daley Blind and Dusan Tadic, to help you kind of move on into that next generation, but they are getting up there in age, so you're definitely going to have to use the money, which this club has a lot of, to build your future here with AFC Ajax. They have won a total of 4 Champions League titles, most recent in 1995. They have won European Super Cups, once again, most recent 1995. A Europa League in 1992. International Cup, 37 Eredivisie titles, the most recent this previous season in 2022, which they have won 3 in a row, 2020, 2021, 2022. Can you make it a 4th in a row, winning it in 2023? They have won 20 Dutch Cups, most recent 2021, because I believe PSV Eindhoven won the most recent one, and they've won 9 Johan Cruyff Schals as well. Now, a player that you can definitely build around or even sell off to bring in some major money to help you continue the rebuild here at AFC Ajax and is none other than Antony, the young Brazilian. He is a very, very solid player, very explosive player as well. And he is a player that, like I said, you can use to build around here. Try and do everything possible to keep him and build around him, or move him on for major money and use that money to continue the rebuild. Another player that's been brought into Ajax is Steven Bergwijn, who is a very solid winger. And I mean, if you can hold on to Antony, play both of these guys together, you're going to have some very, very interesting wing play. Even if you move on Antony, him with Dusan Tadic, that would be very, very fun to watch as well. And if all else fails and you lose Antony, you lose Urian Timber, you lose Devin Wrench, you build around this kid right here, Mohamed Kudus. Mohamed Kudus is a young up-and-coming Ghanaian player in the AFC Ajax organization, and this kid is going to be a baller for them. So definitely give this kid a go, whether you are managing Ajax or not. Now with Ajax's facilities, they have superb training facilities, excellent youth facilities, excellent academy coaching, and exceptional youth recruitment. So with this rebuild, you're really going to be able to rely on homegrown talents all the time. You don't have to outsource for talents. Develop players at the club. Try and turn them into club legends by keeping them at the club or move them on for big time money, because the talents that come out of this club are absolutely unbelievable. Coming in at number 7, USG from Belgium. So USG has quite a long name. It is Royale Union Saint-Gilloise, I believe it is how it's pronounced. They play in Brussels in Belgium, beautiful city. They play at an 8,000 capacity stadium, so a pretty small stadium. But what this team is capable of is nothing small. They are really capable of upsetting the giants within Belgium, and that is what they did this previous season, almost winning the league. When they weren't supposed to be anywhere near the top of the league, they almost won the Belgian Pro League A, and they're in the Champions League and just recently beat Rangers, which is not easy to do. So in their history, they have 11 Belgian Pro League A titles, but the most recent coming in 1935. So they have not won it in a very, very long time. And then the Belgian Cup, they have not won since 1914. So you need to bring this club back to the heights, back to the golden days that they once had. They will have Champions League money for FM23, so I'm not really going to make a prediction on the finances that you could potentially have with them. but this is a club that definitely has a bright future. And I don't believe they brought in too many players. So depending on how much money they give you within FM23, you can make a big impact in your first season. Now, a player that will help you big time is the 23-year-old Dante Van Zier. This kid you can turn into a club legend if you're able to hold on to him. He can play as a striker or on the right wing, can even play center attacking mid if need be. But this kid is very well rounded. He's got a little bit of pace to himself as well. So definitely make sure if you take over USG that this kid is your focal point on building a bright future. Now USG, they have good training facilities and good youth facilities. But like a couple of other clubs, adequate academy coaching, average youth recruitment, that is an area where I feel with a lot of these clubs today, you guys will be able to improve on and really help shape the future of these clubs. And USG has a bright one, especially with you at the helm. Coming in at number 6, FC Copenhagen. Now this club is one of the best in Denmark. They have almost a 40,000 seater stadium. They have a very rich history, winning 14 titles since 1993, the most recent coming in 2022. They have won 8 Sydbank Pokals and 3 Danish Super Cups as well. But you have a big time competitor with this save, and that is FC Midtjylland. So you have to make sure that you turn this team into dominance. Year in, year out, that is your goal. And there's one player that is most definitely going to help you do it, whether he stays at your club or the funds that you bring in from selling him on. That player is Rooney Bargi. This kid is going to be absolutely phenomenal. He received a massive potential boost in the January window of this year. And I can guarantee you in FM23, this is the new Yusufa Moukoko. He is going to be the future of the Swedish national team, both in FM and in reality. I have a very good feeling about this kid. When he is 15 years old and has the holy trinity of dribbling, finishing, and first touch already, he can most definitely improve in the pace department. But I mean, at 15 years old, having 15 flair, 15 technique, the holy trinity, this kid is nothing short of spectacular, and he is going to get better. He is this good, and he is going to get even better. Like, this kid is definitely your focal point on building early at FC Copenhagen, but if you eventually have to move him on, you're going to bring in the mother load for him. And what's great about this club, they have great training facilities, great youth facilities, excellent academy coaching, and exceptional youth recruitment. So even if you end up losing Rooney Bargi, you're going to have the next one coming through imminently. Like, this club is probably one of the most perfect saves you could possibly do come FM23. Coming in at number 5, Venezia. Now here is a club that has nothing but potential for you. They don't have the biggest trophy cabinet. Yes, they have won trophies in the lower divisions, but the only major trophy that they have won is the Italian Cup in 1941. So they have nothing but potential for you. You play in the beautiful city of Venice. You have very stylish kits. Like, they do not miss on their kits. They are absolutely amazing. And you have a young 19-year-old Gianluca Busio from the U.S. who has decided to go down with the team into Serie B, wants to help bring the club back up to Serie A, and this kid is going to be a focal point to build around in the early days of the save and beyond if you are able to keep him at the club, because this kid is something special. He's a good playmaker, and he will be key to any success early on within a save. Now, the club right now, it says they have £2.13 million in the bank. I predict that to get to around £3.5 million because I don't believe they brought in too many players this summer. So you will have a little bit of play money at the beginning. I would suggest focusing on free transfers and the hidden gems for a save with Venezia early on and even throughout. Try and do it the money ball route and make this club into an absolute powerhouse the smart way. Now, this club is definitely one that you can improve upon. They only have average training facilities, below average youth facilities, average academy coaching, adequate recruitment. So definitely areas that you can improve because they are important areas for your club. When you get back to the Serie A, start getting that Serie A money, maybe even continental competition money. Definitely be putting it into the club. Make sure that they grow to be as big as possible and maybe turn this little club in Venice into the next powerhouse in Italy. Coming in at number 4 is Olympique Lyonnais. Now, this club is a special club. They are a very good club at producing young talents, and they have won 7 Ligue 1 titles since the early 2000s. The most recent coming in 2008, but from 2002 to 2008, they won 7 titles, which is absolutely absurd. The French Cup, the most recent time they've won that is in 2012. So they are a new history type club, but a very good club nonetheless. They've got some very quality players here as well. They've brought back Alexander Lacazette. They brought back Corentin Tolisso, two, in my opinion, club icons that, deservedly so, should not have moved on from this club. They should have stayed because once they got those moves away, they weren't the same. And I think if they had stayed, this club would be rivaling PSG. And that is your goal with this save. Rival PSG with Olympique Lyon. And they have the pieces to do so. One of those pieces being Ryan Cherki. This kid is going to be something special within League. Hopefully he doesn't move on to the likes of PSG and he stays at Olympique Lyon, because this kid is going to be very important for that club. He has the starting building blocks for the Holy Trinity with 16 dribbling, 15 first touch. He has that lower finishing, but it will get there. He isn't the fastest of players, but he does have a little bit of pace to himself, and he is very strong on both feet, so there is nothing wrong with this kid. And defensively, a player that you can build around is Malo Gusto. This kid is going to be unbelievable. I see this kid as becoming their new and younger Nicolas Tagliafico, because they brought him in, so it's going to be great having them play off of each other, and this kid can learn from him in reality, because he is a very well-rounded player at only 18 years of age, and he is quick. So that is another bonus on top of being just a super well-rounded defensive player at only 18 years of age, with having 12 marking, 12 tackling, and 11 positioning at 18 years of age. He's only going to improve. So having Ryan Cherki, Malo Gusto as building blocks for this club, you're golden. Another good thing about this club, besides that you're going to have money to spend in the transfer budget, at minimum probably £12 million, they have excellent training facilities, superb youth facilities, good academy coaching, excellent youth recruitment. Like I said, this club is poised to take on PSG. They just need you at the helm to make it all possible. In at number 3, it's Deadpool's club. It's Wrexham AFC. This is quickly becoming one of the most popular saves to do within whatever FM it may be from now and into the future, because this club is owned by Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney. Ryan Reynolds, very famous actor who is very well known for playing the character Deadpool, and Rob McElhenney, the creator of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. But also, they have a big time thing happening with this club, and that is a TV show that is going to be broadcasting their entire journey to the world. So it's going to be very fun to watch that, but also being able to manage them at the same time within FM. And this club has been able to bring down some pretty solid players, especially a player like Paul Mullen from the upper leagues, to come down, believe in the vision that they're building here at Wrexham AFC, and push for promotion out of non-league football. Now, this club does have some history. They have won Sky Bet League One in 1978. They've won the Papa John's Trophy in 2005, the English FA Trophy as recently as 2013, but they are one of the most successful Welsh clubs in history. Yes, this team is not in England, as it says up here. They're in Wrexham, Wales, and they've won the JD Welsh Cup 23 times. So they are a very, very good Welsh club. They also, for a lower league save, are going to have a lot of money for you to spend, because at minimum, I predict around 250 to 350,000 pounds for you to be able to spend at a non-league side who is professional as well. You don't have to deal with the semi-professional sides to where, okay, we can only offer part-time contracts. You get to offer full-time contracts, and this club is something special, man. Now, facility-wise, they have good training facilities. They have adequate youth facilities, good academy coaching, and adequate recruitment. Now, the thing about the youth facilities and adequate recruitment, I feel that, yes, you can most definitely improve on that, but with the saves that I have done with them, I still get absolutely just golden generation after golden generation from this club, because they get to pull in some of the best Welsh talents within the game will come through this club. It will come through Wrexham, Cardiff, and Swansea. So you get to be one of the big three that are really going to be able to shape the future of Welsh football. Coming in at number 2, AS Roma. So we're off to Rome with AS Roma. This club, very historic. They have won Serie A on 3 occasions, the most recent coming in 2001. They have won a Euro Cup before in 1961. They just won the Europa Conference League this previous season, and they have won 9 Italian Cups, most recent coming in 2008. So that Europa Conference League title is a dawn of a new age at this club. And with that dawn of a new age, and with some money to spend now, at minimum, I think maybe £8 million you will have to spend starting FM23. But with that new age, Paulo Dybala coming with it. A massive signing for this club. And I mean, it was so within the city. It was one of the most magnificent signing revealings I have ever seen for this guy. And rightfully so. This kid is very, very good. And yes, I said kid, even though he's 27 years old. He isn't young like he once was, but he is an absolute unit, a very good playmaker. He can finish wherever he may be on the pitch. He is going to be a focal point within this save. And another focal point, one more for the future, is Felix Afena-Gyan, the young Ghanaian who is going to be very important throughout this save if you choose to manage AS Roma and continue this new age with them, because this club is poised for success for a pretty long time. Do not be surprised if Roma become one of the new big 4 sides within Italy. So with AS Roma, they have superb training facilities, state-of-the-art youth facilities, good academy coaching, and excellent youth recruitment. So this is a club that can develop their own talents a majority of the time. It will be up to you to make sure that that does happen, and maybe do a homegrown type save to where you try and do everything possible to win as much as possible with players brought through the youth academy at AS Roma. Coming in at number 1, it's Nottingham Forest. I can guarantee you, besides Wrexham, this is going to be one of the most popular saves within FM23, because this is a very historic club within England, finally back to the big time in the Premier League, and everyone's goal, first and foremost, is going to be keeping them within the Premier League. They have brought in some players to help them do so, and in reality, they have a very solid manager in Steve Cooper, but with you at the helm, your biggest priority is just securing survival first and foremost and solidifying them in the Premier League, and then from that point on, try and focus on breaking into the Big 6. Now, this club has won Champions Leagues before, 1979 and 1980. They have won a Premier League title in 1978. They won 2 FA Cups, one in 1898 and then again in 1959, so haven't won that in a very long time. But they have also won the Carabao Cup in 78, 79, 89, and 90. So like I said, this club has some history. Now, this club, you're not going to probably have a whole lot of money to spend off the rip in FM23 because they have been busy. One of the players that they brought in is Jesse Lingard. He got to move away from Man United, and this is his big opportunity to prove to people, okay, I am a solid player. I am a player that can help you win things, and hopefully he can help them stay up in the Premier League. Another player that you can build around defensively is Mr. Neco Williams, brought in from Liverpool. Very, very solid youngster there. And another in Omar Richards. Same thing there. Solid youngster. Very bright future. Up top, you got a new talisman here in Taiwo Awoniyi. He is going to be very important for them in reality and in your first season especially. He's got pace, he's got dribbling, he's got finishing. He is strong as well. This might be a player that you could compare to Romelu Lukaku, but hopefully he has way more consistency than that. Musa Niakite defensively, going to be very, very important for you, especially on set pieces, but also just being that brick wall in defense. And the last player I'll highlight is Brennan Johnson, a good Welsh youngster like Neco Williams, also plays on the right side that you can build around. They have a bright future here, so even if they do get relegated in reality or you get relegated in your first season, you have some very good building points here set up for you at Nottingham Forest. Facility-wise, you got good training facilities, good youth facilities, adequate academy coaching, and adequate recruitment. So youth-wise, can definitely improve there. But training facility-wise, you got some good training facilities. So you'll definitely be able to develop your players on. And maybe, hopefully, once you improve your youth recruitment and academy coaching, start getting some golden generations coming in at the club as well. All right, so that does it here for today's top 10 video for top 10 saves to do come FM23. I know it was a longer video, but want to get as much info in there for you guys as possible. So if you guys did happen to enjoy, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is 100% free, so why not hit that sub button. And until next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.